Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Jahlia in this incarnation. We are here in one more day of this planetary ascension. I'm going to channel a message for you. Remember to only take what resonates and to leave the rest because it is a general channeling. I'm going to focus in messages to navigate, to transit the experience. So let's see. Well, okay, I'm going to try to traduce this image that I am receiving because there are like many things happening. It is like in a recent past, at some point, you have gone through a conflict with someone else or a situation that was very conflictive in that, you know, that created or invoked in you emotions, this survival instinct I am feeling too, this sense of feeling threatened by someone or something, or being threatened by life or what was happening. And although you're not at that point anymore, it is like you have been moving very, very attached to that situation. Let's suppose that something happened with your resources. I don't know, you lost a lot of money, or something happened with, I don't know. I'm just trying to put an example so you can understand. But this could apply with a conflict with someone else too, because I am also perceiving energies linked with this. Whatever thing, it could make you feel a threat. So it is like because of that situation, you became so attached to what you went through that you are like assuming patterns and dynamics that are coming from the fear of being in that space again. And what actually that is creating, it is like you are like moving forward in a very, very limited space where you are not allowing yourself to experiment other things or experiment life. And that is creating a lot of discomfort. It is, in the end, you are by attaching yourself to that situation and constantly having fear of going through something like that, it is like you are at the end creating a reality in which you are not feeling plenitude nor joy. It is a very uncomfortable energy. In fact, it is like, being always in this alert state of, something happening on the outside. And I think this is like these kind of decisions and dynamics and things that you are carrying on ahead, they are leading you into paths that aren't actually into a path that is not what your soul really wants to experiment. So if this is about a fear of losing money, it is like you are carrying certain patterns that are actually invoking lack, creating lack in your experience, or assuming decisions from a space of lack and not being confident that you can connect with infinite sustenance and abundance. If this was linked with a conflict with someone else, then the anger and the resentment into the situation could persist there because you are feeding it. Let's remember that every time that we are sustaining certain emotion, it is because we are feeding that. And with this, I am not trying to judge anyone. It is not about judging ourselves, but to understand how this mechanism is operating and allowing ourselves to feel our emotions. It is important, but also coming back to presence and observing how we are feeding those mechanisms. Many times we don't want to let go of a conflict with someone else because we think that we are forgiving that something, or because that is an act of surrender of the ego. And that's why we are resistant, because if we forget, we are like forgiving that person, but actually we are not doing that. What we do, it is um, you know walk in a lighter way. It is letting go of the burden so we can feel relieved. So it is a good way to see it from this space every time that that situation comes to us. And it is going to depend, because if it was something very, very, very painful, then, well, it is a process. It is a process to observe that part of ourselves with compassion too. But it is the attachment to that situation what is creating actually that you cannot live your life in its fullest potential. Okay, I said that this is leading you to assume a path or dynamic in your life that it isn't actually related with your essence. But I am seeing too that life wants you to see other aspects of it, and I think that it is probable that you can face a situation in which something positive is something that it is reconnecting you with the hope and reconnecting you with your own soul, so you can transcend your fears or the uncomfortable emotions. So that thing can be a possibility. I think there will be a situation, or you can connect with a situation that actually, if you really take that chance and that opportunity, could be something that shows you the right way or the other possibilities that you can open in this experience. This is something that could happen in here. I'm seeing this situation or this moment of light. But it is important in here that you can take the chance, because again, I am seeing this as an opportunity for you to redirect your focus. But if you only enjoy of that situation, but you keep doing the same things, well, of course it is very difficult to have different results. Let's see what other thing I can say in order to put order. I am seeing this need of putting order in other areas of life, even boundaries. It is like you are experimenting certain chaos, and chaos many times come with the purpose of us creating a new order. I am not talking about the agenda. A new order in our lives. So I think this is the opportunity that the situation, this uncomfortable situation of the past and the things that are happening right now are showing you. The opportunity for you to be open to other things and not setting life as something that is horrible or a place of suffering, or that life is only about fights and battles. All the battles are happening with ourselves. Actually, all the battles happen with our own soul. It is that we are rejecting inner calls, we are rejecting our own essence at parts of the process. And of course, this could be projected in situations on the outside that could be very, very challenging. I am not denying that. So what I am seeing it is that if you have the courage to face this process and to open yourself to work truly in a new focus, something it is opening, and your energy can shift. Perhaps this is not something that is happening, from day to night, but it is those kind of processes that once we are on the other side, once we got to the point of light, we understand and we could even feel thankful. I am not talking about forcing ourselves to be thankful for anything, but I think it is that kind of process, the ones that once you crossed all the things, all the chaos, and you finally, could you finally reach this point where you recreated yourself. You will understand exactly why these situations were happening and how this is leading you to a much more connected and peaceful space. So I am going to end this video here. Thank you everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao ciao.